Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead. So this is going to be from the 28th to around the 5th of November. So I'm going to be giving these away for free this week on YouTube. But if you want to join the membership to access the weeklies on a week by week basis, you need to click the link below. Obviously, you've seen with YouTube what it's doing to certain creators. I don't want to complain. I'm building a private community. So those who've missed my solid Geminis, the weeklies, small fee, and you'll get access to all signs every week. Check it out in the description below. Okay, so we need to move forward. That's the message for Geminis. We've got the devil at the bottom of the deck. So this is people who are entrapped in enslavement, the matrix, manipulation. They feel like they're suffocating. They're in zero-sum games in romantic relationships, in business. They feel like they break the back. They get very little in return. We've got 2 months of this year left. And we've got two choices. We can do 2025 the same, complaining about the injustice and how certain people are allowed to win and we're not. Or we can say, okay, the system is not going to change. The devil's not going to go away. In fact, he's going to get worse. What I need to do is prepare. So if you check out my website, there is a brand new host of readings. That's what I've been doing, just working. You've got 2025 reads available, love audio, career audio, coaching, the whole shebang. It's time to do the work. If you want access to a personal, it's in the link below. The description below has got the links to my private community, etc. Now, it's intense. Okay, lizard tongue, right? It's intense, right? The devil. Because the devil is using his people, his army, to distract you, to disarm you. Some of you feel like you're losing it. So we've got the devil energy this week in Scorpio energy. So it's intense. So what I'm getting for you Geminis is that you've got to make a change. And some of you, it's definitely to do with money. So you're in some kind of job, but you're definitely feeling like your security, your stability is at risk. And again, you're feeling manipulated, you're feeling controlled because it's your bread and butter, you need the job. You're being told that this is a week to let the intensity, the triggers, the anger, the frustration come up. Don't suppress, okay, transgress. Like, in other words, use it to move you forward. It's like, I hate this job, I feel controlled, I feel manipulated. If you suppress, you won't be angry enough to make a change. What they're saying is, a lot of Geminis have been coming to me going, Elisa, what the fuck? What is happening? And it's like, Geminis are powerful people. They have powerful minds. They're very powerful speakers. They're also very powerful in the world. And so the devil is really, really moved against Geminis. And Geminis just keep trying to understand why demons are demons. You keep trying to sit there and understand why demons are demons, because they're demons, because they work in the dark, because the job is to suppress the light. What else do you need to understand, right? I know it's difficult, but it's the dark, it's the light, it's the spiritual war. You've got 2 months of this year left, and Scorpio season is going to be intense as fuck. But it's an opportunity to, instead of pretending you're not angry, frustrated, it's a time to look at your reactions. Also, subconscious. So it's very intense, but it's all the unconscious coming up because Scorpio rules the tower, it rules the unconscious mind. So there's a lot coming out in your behaviour, and your unconscious is revealing a lot to you. Try not to let the light. Your unconscious is revealing a lot to you about your own patterns, about your own triggers, about what you've suppressed. Okay? Some of you are the dark that you're trying to fight. So what I mean by this is your own demons. There is darkness going on within you. So the dark is using you as a vessel to suppress the light. That's something you need to look at. Like I said, you can do face-to-face coaching, whatever you need, it's all below. But this message, be aware of the devil. Be aware of the devil within yourself, because we all have it. And anyone who says that we don't have it is just not even there. They're not ready to do the work. They're not ready to grow. They live in complete delusion. We all have a dark side. We all have a light side. There's darkness in ourselves. There's darkness in other people. So some of you might need to look at your own darkness this week, or your own darkness is showing you something. And instead of pretending that it's not there, it's best to look at it and say, okay, is this who I choose to be? Some of you divine feminines, you Geminis, you're dealing with a juggler. you're dealing with a lower template or lower frequency masculine, and the message here is you don't want this. But it's all coming from trauma bonding. You are trauma bonding, you are sending a frequency. You have got energy that you are sending out there that is attracting the devil. And what we mean by the devil is men who want multiple women, they want to not commit to anything, they want you to play wifey while they basically be whores of the street. It's not going to work. So you've got 2 months of 2024, and you can really start to do the coaching, you can start to do the readings, you can start to do, podcasts, whatever works for you. This is where you start to put in your mind good energy, good content. You start to really think, wait there, the way I'm acting is not bringing in the reality. This is not what I want. I don't want to be in the shithole. I don't want to be around these people. I don't want to be with this person. And you start to make changes, right? And you've got 2 months to rewire your unconscious mind. But I would say journal, study, start to watch the podcast, start to elevate in the Scorpio season. Because when Sag season comes, boom, boom, boom. So now's the time to be passive, okay? In other words, let things work up within your journal, write, etc. And then as soon as Sag season comes, that's a time for action. I think now is the time to study, to feel what you feel, to monitor your own reactions, your own feelings, your own anger. Write it down, study it, go to coaches, do whatever you need to do. And then Sag season is a time of action. Another message is money. So some of you, I think you're in a real bad financial situation with the Two of Pentacles. The message here is you need a second income. Some of you need a second job. It's time to take on a second job. It's Christmas season. There's definitely going to be options there. Could be getting a side hustle. But some of yours money is a big factor in the darkness that you're feeling. Some of yours are feeling enslaved when it comes to money. You're feeling like money owns you. Okay, so you need to start thinking about options, choices, things where you can make enough money, where money is not dictating your mind, your moods, your well-being. Okay, so that is a message here. But it's intense for Gemini. There's a lot going on, especially for the divine feminine in the womb. There's a lot of trauma. Some of you are going to burst out crying. Some of you, like your womb just feels like it's crying. And I think it comes down to all these toxic masculines not having that person who loves you, who's got your back. It's so painful. Like some of you women are sitting here going, I've gave my fucking life to people. I've been a good woman. When is happiness coming my way? When is money going to stabilize? Like when is life going to get better? A lot of yous though, you are trauma bonding. You are making bad choices. And this is something Gemini needs to really accept. That demons are demons, that the dark is there, and I do think Geminis have helped the dark a lot from good intentions, wanting to help people. But again, it's time to really think about what you want, and you've got 2 months to do it. Okay, it can all change around. See the emotion though, this is what I'm saying. This is emotional reactions. This is triggers out of nowhere, reactions out of nowhere, and it's coming from your unconscious mind. It's coming from unhealed trauma, and it's coming from your emotions. Tell me more for Geminis this week, please. Queen of Cups, heavy emotions. For the Gemini man, it's time to stop being a playboy. It's time to stop letting the devil control you. It's time to get into your heart space, because there's someone coming your way who you could share a deep affinity with, who you could really build a good life with. This person is very beautiful, very feminine, but you're going to have to change your ways. Because for a lot of men, the devil is using your primal drives, he's using your sex drives, he's using your appetite. I'm getting blocks in the solar plexus, blocks in the sacral. So the message for Geminis is to listen to your emotions. They're not trying to fight you. They're trying to tell you something. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. You need to listen to your emotions, because they're revealing what you don't want, what you do want, what you need to stop doing, and what you need to start doing more of to get to the life that you want. Some of you want multiple income streams. Some of you want to be happy. You don't want a fuck boy. You don't want to share your dick. You don't want someone who's got your emotions all over the place. but you keep choosing this because the devil keeps playing on your weaknesses. Okay, like I said, this is a collective read, but if you book your own personal, trust me, it will help you profoundly. For the men, the devil is going to use your lower drives to control you, to manipulate you, but you've actually got a beautiful feminine coming your way. Some of you need to give up on an ex, because this ex is this person's got a lot of issues. They might have went through child abuse. They're just very toxic and dysfunctional. Some of you, if you're going to be happy, you got to give up on an ex, okay? It's planning for the future. It's no longer about the short-term rewards, Gemini. It's all about the future. The next 2 to 3 months. A lot can change in 3 months. You can rewire your unconscious mind in 3 months. Like you can change your physical body. Some of you need new podcasts. You need to make sure that the teachers you're listening to are truth speakers. They're not just appeasing you. They're not just telling you what you want to hear. Okay? It's going to be really tough terrain in the next 2 months. You've got to rebalance yourself. You've got to fix money. You've got to fix yourself. And some of you, I think this is where there's so much intensity, there's so much emotion, there's so much anger. Because I do think, and I know this for myself, Geminis were too busy fixing everybody else. We were too busy running around fixing everybody else that we forgot we also need to do the work on ourselves. And some years have hit the wall. It's like, no, my anger's getting out of control. My darkness is getting out of control. I'm not fucking happy. So I think for some years it's really about, you're great teachers, but don't forget, the teacher also needs to be a learner. You have things to learn. As much as other people have things to correct, so do you. I think this is a time for Geminis to only work with the people who are willing, respectable. You don't have to fight them to change. Like, they generally respect you as a teacher if you do the kind of work I do. Don't be fighting, and pull back and conserve your energy this week and start to think, okay, I've got work to do to get to the life I want. So this is building your future. This is the next 3 months. This is January 2025, 10 of Pentacles. I think the question Geminis need to ask themselves is, do I want to do this again? Do I want to be in this position at the end of 2025? Some of you are an internal mess. Think of it like you've got a house and it's got lots of rubbish. That's how some of you feel. You feel rubbish in yourself. You're eating shit. You're drinking. You might be smoking weed. Or some of you are just stressed. You're not happy. You feel enslaved. You feel manipulated. Sometimes the darkness is taken over within you. You feel washed out. You feel fucking pissed off. So the Ten of Pentacles is all about things need to be done differently. Ten of Pentacles also rules elites. It rules the powers that be, that control the world, that manipulate us, that enslave us within the matrix. So this is paying attention so that you can navigate and create a better life for yourself, so you're not enslaved in what's coming. You need multiple income streams. You need to heal. While the world slows down, with it being Christmas and celebrations, you need to say, okay, this is a good opportunity for me to do the coaching. This is a good opportunity for me to go to a therapist. This is a good opportunity for me to start the gym. Because everyone else is going to start in January 2025, but I'm going to start now. Because come the end of 2025, my body's going to be looking pretty rocking. Now, Gemini, it's not a competition, okay? We don't give a fuck about anyone else's game. We're too busy in our own. Okay, we aren't interested. There's no competition out here. This is us against us. We ain't got time. Okay, you got to pull back in now. You got to give your energy to the people who've earned it. You've got to give your time to the people who are worthy of it, and that's it. So I actually think that it's amazing. And I'm also getting, just listening to this video is going to make a lot of Geminis kind of think, you know what, I can fucking do this. I think that's it as well. Geminis have lost faith in themselves because they've been hit and they've been hit and they've been hit. They've just felt controlled, manipulated. Their own demons have been taken over. Demonic shit's been happening around them. And it's really took its toll. But there's something about the current time. Someone said to me last night something about Pluto's going into a new cycle for 20 years. But I think if Gemini's just cut the shit, you put your focus in the right place. People showed you who they was, Gemini. You still need some lessons. You know, this is another thing that I hear when people keep going into these toxic relationships and these toxic shithole jobs. Oh, you know, sometimes life's just about lessons. Yeah, you know what? I know it's about lessons, but I want my fucking blessings. I've done enough lessons. I want me blessings. That's where Geminis need to be. Stop letting these toxic people go. You know, you needed this for lessons. Yeah, we've done the lessons. Now we're getting the blessings. And if you're not sitting on the fucking table and you're not on my team, get the fuck off the table because I ain't playing. Okay? So, but even like our anger or frustration, it's like the more you start working on you and you feel proud in you and you put yourself around the right people, you're just not even going to care about what people are saying, what people are doing. But the message I'm getting for Geminis this week is it's time to make changes. Because if you carry on the way you're going, it's a bad outcome all round. If you keep on, it's not going to be good. A job is unstable. A person you're dealing with is extremely toxic and dark. They're not good for your mental health. Let me see what energy you're in this week. What energy is Gemini carrying? On your knees. You're not doing the healing. See the way the star is behind you. For the Gemini man, you're not getting success with a woman. I think she's physical. So this is a woman who's all about her appearance. All she cares about is money and status and appearance. This is not a soul woman. This is a woman who's a matrix woman. Matrix women are all about a checklist of, is the man good enough? Does he look good enough? Does he make 10k? Like, and then you wonder why you're not happy. Okay? So Gemini, it's time to make better choices, smarter choices. You've done this game before. How many lessons do you need? Some of you are fucking yourself. I know I did it. We just keep going back to the same people. We keep talking to the same people. We keep doing the same shit day after day and then wondering why nothing changes. Okay? So you've got to look at your own shadow. Check out the shadow read on my website below. There's divine guidance. If you want divine guidance, there's love reads, career reads. Like, let's go. Join the membership and we're going to do podcast collaborations. We're going to do weeklies. It's going to be amazing. I'm a little rough because it's been a while since I've done some reads, but so what? I know some people are really going to appreciate it. It's like, Elisa's back, she's done a weekly, way. You know, some people will moan, but, you know, fuck you, you know. The point I'm making is, but for some of you Geminis, I'm getting you dealing with masculines who are wounded. I'm getting you dealing with a masculine who is too busy with these matrix women. He's too busy going after women so that he can have some kind of status symbol in the eyes of men. He's not looking for a love and care and ride or die woman. He's a mess. And it might be to do with his ex or it might be choices he's making. But the Five of Cups is a person who's focused on the past. This is trying to recover the past, what was lost, what was done to them. You know, so you know what they say, stop looking back because you're not going that way. Some of you, and I know it's difficult because in your present moment, you are suffering because of past choices. But then you're also beating yourself up. It's like, oh, if I hadn't fucked with this person, if I hadn't went to this job, if I hadn't done this, if I hadn't said this. No. What's gone is gone. We ain't got time to look back and we're not going that way. We need to get present and say, okay, look, the past is still beneficial because we learned a lot. So some of you, actually, you've made some bad choices you have in people. Maybe you put your eggs in one basket like I did with YouTube. Maybe you got fucked. Maybe, you know, the last few years have been very difficult. But it's time to say, okay, but I can use that though. Like I can look back and say, okay, I'm not making those mistakes again. I can look at people and see when they are a pattern of toxicity, of trauma, of betrayal, and I can just go another way. Okay? Gemini's there's an opportunity here, but it's on you. Are you willing to get off your knees? Are you willing to stop looking at what you shoulda, coulda, dulda, blah? Okay, are you willing to say, okay, look, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not here to save every tox. We keep going into the devil's lair, trying to help the demonic, trying to help the matrix people. We're not made for those people. Geminis are mavericks. Geminis are outside the box thinkers. We're not made for matrix, conservative, old mind people. We are the magician, the rabbit out of a hat. We are the kind of, whoa, how did they do that? And that's always going to come with hate. People will hate you when you are different, okay, because you're not trying to fit in, you're not following the status quo. So I think Gemini needs to start understanding that with power, with fame, with success, is going to come criticism, it's going to come attacks. the demons, the devil is going to attack you. And also, a lot of years are similar to me, where you're bringing a lot of people into the light, and the devil is not going to like that. He is going to send people, he's going to send traps, obstacles to stop you. Some of you are getting like remote viewing, you're getting like, you're feeling presences in your house, all this shit. You feel like you're being watched, observed, you feel like the people around you. You're definitely getting people sent, with the devil being at the bottom of the deck to start the read, to stop you coming to your power. But a lot of what's stopping you is blocked solar plexus. You're not owning your power. A lot of it is also past trauma. Because like I said, we're in Scorpio season, and this is all the unconscious that's coming up, okay? This is all our childhood. It's all our deep, deep stuff that's coming up that we've buried. Just carrying on. I've got a job to do. I've got life to live. I've just got to keep going. You're breaking out the matrix. You're balancing yourself out. That's a message for this week. Let me ask what a very important message is for this week. What's the most important message for Geminis this week? Six of Swords. Look, they say if you're going to go through hell, then you might as well go through it, okay? And I think that's the message here, right? Go all the way. If you're going to start, go all the way. The Six of Swords is a person who's going through a heavy transition. They can't see the outcome. Some of you are going through a really hard time right now. A loss, a breakup, a transition in your career. And this person doesn't know what's coming next. Lead by faith, not by fear. You're too much in the devil. What is the devil? The devil controls us through fear. Whereas God controls us through faith. He's like, just trust me. It's already written, Gemini. Like, what are you out here playing God for with all this fear? Like, your destiny is already written. Your jobs are already your jobs. Your people are already your people. Your person's already your person. That's the problem. A lot of you are trying to break out the matrix, thinking in the matrix. Right? Okay, like I said, Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is a person, and this is you as a Gemini. This seems to be a Gemini woman read. The Gemini man came up, but the Gemini woman is coming up strongly. Gemini women are feeling very scared, very hurt, very betrayed by the people around them, very betrayed by love, very betrayed by, but I'm good at what I do. Why do I never get mine? Why do I have to watch other bitches get successful, get love? Like, I'm a real one. What's happening? It's happening. It's just not your time. Okay, so don't be bitter, don't be salty, it's just not your time, right? And all these attacks by the devil, all these moves, they're all necessary, they're part of the journey, they're part of the transition of your destiny, of what you're here to do. Because some of you are powerful teachers, that's what the star is as well. So the star will be someone who's come here to guide humanity. Another message I just got is some of you are scared about this goal. Because you know the devil's going to attack you. So some of you have got powerful gifts in psychiatry, psychology, psychics, energy healers. But some of you are kind of scared because you've seen what's happened to a lot of people. But God is telling you this is your divine gift. You have got gifts and you are protected by me. Yes, the devil has an army, but so do I. Okay? So some of you have got powerful gifts, but you're not using those gifts. And the problem with this is you will suffer. And the reason for this is your gifts affect humanity. What you do is for the collective consciousness. It's to heal the collective consciousness. So some of you, yes, if you go in the opposite direction, if you don't go in the direction of your destiny, there will be suffering. Because when our destiny is connected to helping the collective, when we don't level up, it not only affects our life, but it affects the collective reality, the collective fate, the collective outcome, okay? So, let me see with love. What are we seeing for Geminis for love? Temperance. So what I'm getting with temperance is that some of you are just done. It's either you're going to be alone or you're going to be with somebody who brings peace, who brings healing. You're done with all these posers, these fuckboys, these wounded masculines. Gemini's in the core of their being, and this is going to go into Sagittarius season. You can check the link below to my community where the new readings will be, the weeklies will be in the community below. But temperance is moving into Sag season, especially now, but more so in Sag because this is Sag. You're just longing for that deep, deep connection with a person. You're longing for someone who you feel peaceful with, you feel secure with, you feel stable. Because as I'm speaking about this, I'm getting stress and the womb is crying out to me. And what this is telling me is that Geminis, and I know this for myself, you've had a lot of sexual partners, some of years, you've had a lot of relationships that have caused trauma. These are also relationships where you don't feel stable, you don't feel safe. You feel like if you do say the wrong thing, this person will walk away. You're constantly analysing this person's behaviour, okay? So the Temperance card is you want somebody who shares your core values. You want someone who brings you peace. You want someone who you can share passion and adventure and eroticism, and you can just be genuine with. Someone you don't have to worry about. Another message for the Gemini woman as well is because you've got so much you want to do that if you're distracted by love, this stops you achieving your goals, it stops you achieving your dreams, because that's what the devil will do. He will send a woman or he will send a man to distract you, so you're consumed, you're addicted to this person. That's what the toxic femininity or the toxic masculinity is. You're addicted to this person, so you won't focus on anything else because you live through this person, okay? You are you can't focus, right? That's what a toxic love is. Whereas a healthy love is where you've got a person, you're committed to a person, they're committed to you. There's no side pieces, there's no cheating, there's no lying. You can say what you think, you can be completely transparent, completely yourself, and you're going to be secure, okay? So a lot of you Geminis, like, you're going through a transition period. And another message I've just there for you is that you have had a lot of what you don't want. Some years in the last 5 years, some years the last 3 years, okay? Some years the last 5 years has been so testing to your faith, to your trust in love, to your trust in people. Some years have been out here like really breaking your back, but I'm also getting that it has not been in vain, that some years have been building your skill set, you've been learning, you've been educating yourself, you've been learning a lot. So some years kind of, okay, you haven't had the success, you haven't had the accolades, but it's coming. So the past has not been in vain, from the betrayals to the pain to the mistakes. Your job is to say, okay, it's been a heavy time. Now let's start getting our blessings. We've done our lessons, we're getting our blessings. Okay? But you're going to have to start investing in yourself. You're going to have to cut the shit. You're going to have to see that, yes, the light attracts the dark, Gemini, but you're not exactly helping yourself when you keep going back to the dark, when you keep repeating patterns, when you're not doing the work. Some of you your body is crying out to you. It's crying, like my womb does it. It cries to me. Sometimes I'm not crying tears, my womb is crying. And that is your divine feminine. It's your higher self saying, I'm in pain, I can't do this anymore. Why are you doing this to me? Why do you keep choosing these foods? Why do you keep choosing these people? Why do you keep choosing these men? What is happening? You know, I want to be my best version, but you just keep allowing this vessel to be in its lowest version. Why? Okay? So I feel like for Geminis, it's on you, like you can do it, but it's like you've got to do the work. And that means the next 3 months, you've got to iron down, you've got to cut the shit, you've got to start doing the coaching, you've got to go to therapy, you've got to start the gym, you've got to start that business. Maybe you ain't got a fucking clue what the outcome is. Who cares? Start the journey. Let's go. None of this, it's just lessons and I need to just keep No, it's time to do the work, okay? Because actually what they're saying is on the other side of this is a lot of blessings. You're going to have to let certain people go. You're going to have to let the old self die. You're going to have to do the healing. You're going to have to get deep in that shadow, deep in that emotional self. That's very uncomfortable. Nobody wants to go there. But if you do, it's going to be profound. 2025 could be a completely different game for you. And fuck these people who don't want the best for you. Fuck these people who don't support you. You don't need them, Gemini. Less is more. That's another message. Like, stop begging out here. You're not a prostitute. If people don't want to support you, let them go. You need to start, quality, not quantity. No more financial constraints, fixing your money, fixing your trauma. Financial constraints as well is like, money being a factor to your mental health. A job that's shit. Some years it's about finding a job that's really, really cool, right, that you love to do. Envy. Don't envy other people. Some of you have got people around you and they're in the dark, and these people are trying to do dark work. They're trying to block you. They're trying to stop you. But by moving into a higher elevation, these people won't be able to touch you. Their power's done anyway. So a lot of years you were attacked intensely by the dark, but what's going to happen is it's like a rubber band that's being pulled back, and then it lashes back. It's coming back for them anyway. You need to focus on the people who support you, love you, want what's best for you. You need to start knowing your value. You need to cut the shit and start thinking, you know what, I'm getting what's mine. I've given enough to people. Yes, we all need to go through lessons in life, but I'm ready for blessings. And making better choices and really elevating and good stuff. But it's 3 months from now. Okay, this is all we can do. If you want to book a personal, check below. Brand new website, lots of different options. There's tarot coaching, there's personal reads. If you want to come over to the community, I hope you do for the real ones. We're going to be doing weeklies, we're going to be doing collaborations, content you don't see anywhere else. But it's time to do the work, gems. It's time. You know, we deserve it. We've been through enough shit. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's time to treat your friends kindly. But also, if the enemy wants the war, they can have it. Okay, but focus less on the dark, focus on the people who truly care about you, and you deserve the best. I think a lot of you have let the dark get inside you and kind of tell you that you're not worthy. You're worthy of it all. You're a good person, but it's time to get up and stand up and be fully unapologetic. And also, the world needs you, and whatever consequences or retaliation comes with it, so be it. Geminis are truth speakers. Geminis are powerful, right? And you're just shaking away. The devil's amazed. He's happy. You know, he's like, oh, look, they're backing away. Like, no, you want a war, you've got one. That's why we hold the swords, right? But it's also about being happy and around people who make us happy and like doing creative and whatever makes us happy. But yes, the next few weeks are really about getting into the deep gunge, cleaning out all the deep shit that's holding us back. Because a lot of what the devil is using is your trauma, is your fear, is your past, is your doubt. It's not really the people in the world, it's all of that that is actually creating your reality. And by facing that, you're going to have a lot of power, a lot of energy, a lot of release, you know? And also, I think having that pep talk with yourself where it's like, I deserve the best. I deserve the best. Fuck these people who don't support me or don't want what's best for me. I deserve the best. And I'm breaking the generational curses, and I don't give a fuck what the devil brings. I'm up. You've got to get back to it, Gemini. And some of you have not even put yourself out there. It's time to do it, right? Book your personal. Come and join the community. I know this is crazy, but it's Scorpio season, so take it or leave it. Like it. Comment. Let me know what you thought, because I've missed yous. For the real ones, I've really, really missed yous. Come and support me in the community. You'll be glad you did. If you don't, it's okay. I understand people are in different places. But that's what I'm doing. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to help where I can. But we need to do things different. I'll speak to you soon.